There's been some discussion on the internet over the last couple of days about whether wearing face masks can drop the amount of oxygen in your blood. I'm going to do a little demonstration now that will show you that this is complete nonsense. Here I've got an oxygen sat meter. It's a simple finger sat meter. They're pretty accurate, and this is a new one, so I'm confident it's giving us the right readings. And there you can see that it's showing 95%. So we'll put on a face mask. Okay, so this will be restricting the amount of flow of oxygen into the lungs very slightly. Most of the air that I'm breathing is going around the side of the masks and will be going through it. But if we look at the sat meter, it's actually gone up to 97%. It's certainly at this early stage not being affected by wearing the mask. But this is a cheap mask, so let's go on to something a bit more substantial, a second mask. We'll put that on. So I'm still breathing through it, I'm breathing around it, 96%. Still not much of a challenge, so let's do a third mask. See what happens there. I can feel no restriction to the breathing. Still breathing comfortably, but this is certainly now giving quite a lot of protection against coughs and sneezes and spreading particles around, and 97%. So let's see if we can try a bit harder to reduce the oxygen saturations. Let's put a scarf around. This is only a woolen scarf, but it's quite a thick one. And what do we have here? Oh, look, 96%. So that's the first scarf. Let's do a second scarf. This is another woolen scarf, a little bit thicker this time. And we'll put this on quite tightly. So bear with me. So now there's air going through the scarf, another scarf, and 3 masks, and we have sat at 97%. So I hope that convinces you that wearing a mask won't drop your oxygen saturation. So that was a slightly tongue-in-cheek demonstration, but I think it makes the point. One thing I should say is that I've got, as far as I know, healthy lungs. And in theory, if you have very severe lung disease, the restriction that you get from a face mask could possibly compromise your breathing, but this would be most unusual. You could also argue that if your lungs are that bad, you shouldn't be putting yourself into a situation where you're in close contact with other people, and wearing face masks is advisable. One thing for certain though, if you're out and about and you happen to be carrying the virus but haven't developed symptoms yet, and you cough in a crowded, poorly ventilated space, wearing a face mask will stop the droplets that would normally aerosol out and prevent them landing in the eyes and the mouth of other people who are nearby. So by wearing a face mask, you may well stop someone getting the infection, and ultimately you may save lives.